Hey. It has been a really long time since I have been on here, and so I figured, you know what, today's the day. I'm getting on here. And what I want to inform everybody about, because it's new to me, new products to me, are some e.l.f. products. e.l.f. is super inexpensive drugstore brand. I have purchased everything that I have from Target is where I get it. And I forever have been just a drugstore snob. Like, it can never be any good, as good as the stuff that you get at, the higher end stuff. And that is just not the case, and that is not true. I'm so impressed with the products that I'm going to talk to you about, along with brushes. And I'm talking brushes that cost $1. $1. Seriously. So I'm just going to start. The first, and this is what I've done my eyes with today, is the e.l.f. Comes like this. It's nice and super, just like little, so you can just throw it in your purse, and it's good for travel. It's called Mad from Matte, and it is it's all matte eyeshadows, which I love. So if you love mattes, then you'll love this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 gorgeous matte shades, and you can do so many different looks, warm looks, cool looks, a lot. I'm able to do everything I want to do and don't even have to go to another any more eyeshadows. Granted, there's nothing, it's all matte. So if you like that kind of in the corner of your eye, putting a little bit of a shimmer, you don't have this. You will have to go elsewhere. But I love these. They do not really have much fallout. They blend really well. I've used a lot more expensive eyeshadows and I'm talking a lot more expensive. I think this was $10 for this palette, $10, and I've spent like 5 times that and returned it because the fallout was so bad. And these just blend so easily. They're not chalky. I seriously cannot believe the quality for $10. So what I have on today, these obviously are my base shadows right here. These two, and then they have, like, I like to use these two for my crease colors, and then and then it just kind of depends. Today I just stayed with warm browns, but I have done like really a cool gray look before too, and this is a good palette. Good bargain here. And then another palette of theirs that I picked up is it's called Blush Palette, and you get 4 colors, and then you get a mirror also, and the blush is great. I tend to go for these. They don't have names, but I tend to, like today I have on this color right here. I tend to use these more. This is a really bright pink. This one has a little bit of a shimmer, very, very little shimmer. These are wonderful. I mean, you can see it's a great color. Let me just show you on my fingers. I mean, that really doesn't make much of a difference, but you can see that really pink one right there. So that's the one that I don't think I've ever used. And this palette was, I want to say, $6. Not even kidding. And these, like, once again, are just as great as a single blush that I've used that costs like $25. If you are wanting to get some less expensive makeup, this blush palette is, I love it. And I love, love, love highlighters. Love anything highlighting. So what I have on today is a highlighter from this next palette. This is called their Illuminating Palette. So it's the same exact size as their blush palette, and you get 4 highlight palettes and a mirror too. So you've got all today. What I like to do a lot, because I'm just, well, it depends like how I want my highlight, but today I wanted it a light highlight. So I actually mix the two of these together and it just gives you this look. These have a lot of dust when you use your brush. A ton comes off, so you really have to like dust it off, hit it off, whatever the right term is called. I'll show you these colors on my finger, but this highlighting palette, and once again, I'm pretty positive this is $6. And you get like a really nice range. So these are the two right here that I use a lot and mix together. And then these are gorgeous, these, when I'm just wanting more of a really bronzy look. I love them. They're great. Yeah, so if you're wanting a super, not a $40 palette, but if you're wanting a $6 one, get this. And then the brush that I like to use, because I've got some of their brushes too. I wanted to see how they were. So their blush brush is this, and I mean, even their brushes, this is what I love, this brush. You can use it for, I don't even know if this one's called, this might be a powder brush, but I use it mainly for blush. It's great. And once again, like probably $5 is what this thing costs. It's wonderful. And then another brush that I love is this is the small tapered brush. So this brush I like to use for highlighting, and I like to use when I am setting like my concealer with powder. It just fits perfectly right there. And this brush, I mean, they're all the same price, so I'm not going to keep repeating the prices because you get the point. But yeah, like it's just perfect when I do my highlight. I love this brush. I love it. So that's another brush of theirs that I have. And then for eyeshadow, this is just one of their shadow brushes. It is good. It is really good. I use this. I haven't found a brush of theirs yet for transition colors. But this I love for just my crease, darker colors that I'm kind of going to be using on the outside. And I mean, I can do it in because it's a thin. You can see it's more thin. So it goes really well like in your natural crease. But this brush is so good. And this was probably, this might have been like $4. Good brush. This brush of theirs is called their eyeshadow brush. And this is a small like shader brush. And I like to use this when I'm putting shadow right here, like on the lid. I'll spray it with Fix Plus if I really want for the color to be just more pigmented. But that's what I used today. I just took one of the dark browns and just kind of did my entire lid with this. And you could also use this for going under the eye, for your, to smoke out under the eye. And this is awesome. Once again, I'm not even playing when I say this might have been $1 or $2. Because I know this one, I think, was like $1. Yeah, this is their blending eye brush. So this is another brush. You can see the difference here. This one I also will use more. I can use it kind of in the corners to really, if you really just want to deposit a darker color right on, kind of keep it in your corners. But I'll also just use it like underneath my eye to just kind of smoke it out. Really good one too. What else did I get from e.l.f.? I believe that I have 2 more. This one is their actual blush brush. Or this one doesn't have, angled blush brush. So this one is really a great one too. I just prefer when I apply my blush, I like using this opposed to the angled brushes. I don't know, for me, because I like to put it on for like, I layer a bunch on. I just like to be able to just kind of do that. And this one you have to be a little bit more, but they're both really, really good. So if you are looking for like a powder and a blush, like $5, $6 each. And I really can't complain. They don't shed on my face. They're fabulous. And then there was, let me see here. I know I have one more e.l.f. brush that I got, and it's an eyeshadow brush. There it is. Wait, no, that's not it. Maybe that's all that I have from them. I could have sworn I had like one more, but I'm not seeing it. So maybe that's it, which that's really, I mean, that's really all you need to get a lot of your, yeah. So I don't know what the difference is. I think the white handled brushes are the very least expensive, because I believe this was the one that was like $1. And this one was maybe like $3 or something. So I think maybe, I don't know if the white handles are like the cheapest, and then the black handled ones are a little bit pricier meaning like $5 instead of $1. Which if you know much about makeup brushes, you know that that's a steal, because you can easily pay $30, $40, $60 for one brush, which is just crazy to me. Yes, so those are all the brushes that I absolutely love. And then the last thing, and these are the only products that I have. I have the 2 palettes, and then I have the blush, the highlight, and then I have their eyeshadow palette. And I haven't tried any of their other stuff, just because I'm always leery to try foundation, because my skin is so dry. And I have foundations that I love that give me a really good result. And so I'm always leery to try new stuff. I probably should, because so far, I love all this kind of stuff. And then the only other e.l.f. product that I did get that I really like are their e.l.f. makeup remover. And I use these for when I am doing eyeshadow, especially really dark eyeshadow. And I will just take a little bit, like you can see here when I was doing my makeup. And I'll just kind of take my finger and go on. This is if you don't put on foundation and concealer first. You do your eyes first. And you just come and you can get all the fallout out. And then sometimes what I'll do is if I just want like a really clean like cut right there, you can just take your finger with this and then and you can swoop and get however sharp you want that to look. If you don't want to use tape, because I also use tape. Yeah, but I don't even know how much these were, but I'm assuming they were really inexpensive considering. And so these are good if you have fallout and like get tired of using Q-tips and stuff. This is a great way to sharpen up and just clean up that whole area. That is all I really wanted to share today. I was really excited. These e.l.f. products made me decide to just get back on here and turn on the camera for a minute. So hopefully this has made you want to go out and check e.l.f. products out. I don't know if they're sold in I've never seen it, not Sephora. I've never seen it in Ulta, but Target. I mean, Target. Come on. So yeah, hopefully this helps, and go out and get yourself some new makeup and new brushes, and you won't feel guilty that you've spent gosh, you could get all that for probably like $25, $30, $25. That right there, that is a good deal, and that's smart shopping. So thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.